Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 12 of Crucible Solo Self-Found League. Today I'm probably going to be jumping back and forth between characters. I want to play on the Volcanic Fissure Totems for a bit, because yesterday we threw on a shield that has +1 max number of summoned totems. So that means I can have 5 of them out now. So that's a 25% more damage. And then I anointed multi-shot, so each of the volcanic fissures is going to be firing an extra projectile when it goes. And then I also have a 6-link that I could potentially work into here. That would also be really awesome. So I might try and figure that out as well. But I need to go over the stuff from the last 2 days. I haven't cleaned dump tabs out, so got the finds from all of that. I had spent like 2 hours cleaning all this stuff up. I moved all the elder items, shaped items, any of that into what this is supposed to be a tab for bases that I had all these shields stored in. I just got rid of all those. Since I have a +1 totem shield now, I don't need the Tukahamas Fortress as much. It would have been cool to get it along the way, so I wouldn't have had to get a Shaper shield to do that, but that's what we got. We also need a Crucible tree on the shield. See what we can get there. But items: 3 fractured bases, T1 life on some gloves, poison damage, chance to poison on a dagger, and fractured T2 life on a jewel. There is an Auric Mace, T2 flat fizz with hybrid fizz, T1 attack speed. This has cold damage on it. We need to annul that cold damage off, just like so. And then I come to here and think I spend an Exalt on the percent fizz. It rolled 125. We get this qualitied up. And this is probably another weapon upgrade here. One has a lot of lightning res on it. This one definitely has higher speed. Damages 89.90 to 95.32. 2 open suffixes still on this weapon. So that is definitely going in. Green and blue socket. Doesn't break me on resists. No, we're good. So retiring another really nice one-handed mace. This one's pretty nuts. Life, chaos res, gloves, a shield with +1 lightning, and a little bit of spell damage. Lightning res. Yes, boots with life, 30 movement speed, and a resist int open suffix. Life, movement speed, chaos res, spell suppression boots. +3 max cold res shield with T1 evasion ES flat and percent evasion ES, open suffix and prefix. Pretty insane shield here. Kind of niche, but very big shield. Another shield here. This one has T1 ES, has spell damage, but it has reflect. So another annul target here. Need to remove the reflect and remove the T1. That one's dead. Another shield, +1 lightning, crit chance of spells. Shield +1 chaos, all res chaos res. Gloves with attack speed, T1 fizz, big dex, cold res. Craft life on these, and those are rock solid. Jeweled foil with T2 lightning, T3 fire, T4 cold, open suffix for speed, but not crit. This could be worked into one of the best elemental weapons that I've found so far, but it's still missing some pieces worth holding on to. Prophecy wand with T1 flat fizz. Don't know if that's going to do anything. The best convoking wand I think I've found so far. Crit chance accuracy. A little bit of minion damage. I don't know if the wand is what we're going to need for the next build, which is looking to be Absolution, Herald of Purity minion build. So currently working that up. Probably start that tomorrow unless something else comes up there. Then a bunch of jewelry. Life, rarity, 2 attributes, crit chance, +1 cold with dot multi fire damage amulet. Life, double attributes, fire res, crit chance. Life, big mana, strength int, fire res on fire and cold. Life, lightning, big, flat to attacks, evasion, all attributes. This one's also really big flat fizz with strength and big chaos res, evasion rating. A lot can be done with that one. Like I could probably use that, but I did just use the silver oil. Having that flat fizz, that's another big chunk of damage that I could add to this build. I need another silver oil for the multi-shot, so that's not going to happen immediately. Dot multi, cold damage, percent max ES, and lightning res. seemed pretty insane. Another T1 life, mana, life accuracy, mana, dex, amulet, life, triple attributes, strength, dex, and int. +1 lightning with crit multi, Ellie with attacks. Open suffix. Unset ring with rarity, lightning res, big int dex. And then life, all res, strength int. More stuff to fit in if we can find a way. Once the characters are built, it's a lot harder to just slap something new in SSF, because in trade you can search for kind of the exact thing you need to fit into a slot. In SSF we have to work at it a little bit more. But now all of the tabs are empty. We're free to get back to it. So I guess goal number 1 is, can I craft this chest piece to replace the one I currently have? Which puts me, what is that, 1 under fire? Okay, so I need a chest with armor on it because that's giving me a max res. I'm 2 under on fire res, and then I need 32 cold res on this. And it needs to be all red sockets like that. So then essence, slap cold on here. Physical damage reduction, cold fire. I do have chaos res on the one I currently have, but I also don't want a chest with life on it if I can get away with it. I have a lot of armor on my current chest as well. Keep trying here. There's cold chaos, strength, so I'd need the fire res somewhere else. Come on, give me something juicy here. A lot of armor ES there. I could craft fire and chaos on this. Only 7 more tries, and those are shriekings. I'd probably leave it there. Here would be fire chaos, and then if that is on, resists are all capped, and still salvage some of the resists. Then I have Volcanic Fissure with Earthbreaker to make it totems, multiple totems. Added fire damage, Ellie with attacks, and then multi-strike makes its way in to the mix. So we got more totems, we got more balls, we got more speed. Should be fun. And let's see if we can get something on here. Yes, recovery rate. Crit multi for attack damage. I need that on the other build. What? That's huge. +1 max lightning. Increased effect of non-curse auras from your skills. That's more life regen. That doesn't give me more spell block, does it? No. So that's just more life regen. More armor from determination. Be better. Damage taken recoup. A generic golem buff effect. I like that. Damage taken recoup. Cold damage. Lightning damage. Gain a frenzy charge every 13 seconds. Yeah. Sure. Hey, this build also has a 6 link now to find something to decorate this guy. Here we go. I don't know that I like these wings. They're goofy. Called magma wings though. We'll rock it. Now I'm 2 maps from an Exarch. So that is our first goal. And then today I'm going to keep working towards trying to get elders to get Watcher's Eyes. Normally at this point of the league for me, the next build is generally determined by the Watcher's Eye that comes. But we already found some interesting things for the next build, but I do want to get my hands on some Watcher's Eyes. Alright, first boss here. Here's what the totems will do now. Just unending fountains of balls. Get the adrenaline and onslaught with the multi-strike. It's kind of crazy. Boss damage is still kind of yikes. And you cannot see what is happening in this mess. I both love it and hate it. Crucible shield. I have to teach myself how to play this build again. So it's very different, the ancestral bond aspect of things. This build's reflect immune too, so I can probably do Atziris. I have reveal influenced item. What we got? Increased damage taken from damage over time. Really? Ugh. Max endurance and frenzy charges. Block. Oh, there's dex on this. Life on block. Fire res minus lightning res. The 80 dex is pretty insane. Very useful pickup there. Life on block would be good too. And get a bunch of fire res, lower the lightning res, and then switch this to be lightning and chaos. Frenzy charge is cool and all, but there can be something better. That's not that. Can't see what he's doing at all. I think I just sit here and kind of hold on, and he dies. I don't need Atlas passives for this, do I? Double chance. Exarch altars. No, it's just Uber back there now. Okay. Now do I roll this? Let's be generous with it. Physical damage reduction. Hinder? Hinder seems bad. Is reflect. Not inflict exposure. I think that's okay. And then the flasks. Big ruby flask. Night remove. Alrighty, let's do it. Being really active trying to dodge totems, moving all over the place. Or maybe it's because I'm running all over the place, I don't know. As long as I keep the blood rage up, keep the totems near him, should be okay. Wow. Oh, the runes on the ground. Okay, alright, ball phase. I got totems placed in 3 different directions. I need to replace them. Haha! I like it. Oh, that's a move. Okay, halfway. Oh yeah, really easy. My fire immune totems. Getting it done. Just dying though. Not quickly, but dying. Whoa. Haha. 3 consecutive ball phases. That feels good. I feel like I'm cheesing it a bit, but you know what? I will take that. It's so sketchy, but I very much enjoy this. Oh, need to move there. Here, only have to dodge the ones from the bottom and just stay inside the, and I'm using the runes on the ground to kind of position them. I don't know if it's optimal, but seems like it's pretty good. Oh, took a ball. Okay, almost there. Another one of these. Okay. Okay, found my sweet spot. Totem went down. There we go. Aha. You know, I will take this. Slow fight, but I can get through the balls. And we got a shield! Okay, what's it gonna be? Is it good? Low on armor, low on block, mid fizz, low lightning, max cold. Getting crucible trees on one of these that's rolled well would probably be really awesome as well. Right on. So, big upgrades for this character. Oh, another ember chaos damage. I'll probably come back to this later on to fight whatever other bosses. I'll probably get another Exarch, to be honest. But I'm probably not going to boss on the bow build. I'm just going to smash the maps, save the bosses for this build. I find it pretty satisfying to cover enemies in balls. Okay, here's this amulet with a ton of attributes. Currently has cold res. That's probably needed. Maybe not. The Anoint's probably needed. The 12 all res. Yeah, the all res is needed. That raised my damage though. 52, 7, 55. Oh, I guess the 24% increased elemental damage factors in there. And it has rarity. What does Holy Dominion cost? Crimson to Azure. I can do that. 55, 4, 54, 8. So still no. It's quite a bit of extra life. Even bless it up. Got some intrinsic catalysts. I don't think I use those on this. Honestly, I want to like annul the mana leech or the armor. How about that? No. Okay, fine. Keep the amulet I got. This one can, I should probably still keep that. It's still pretty solid. Okay, probably nothing there. So these points need removed. Grab some extra pack size. Ooh, I could try and link my bow again. 5 link. Back to 5 link again. 191 left. Try one more time. If I get another 5 link, it stays. A real 5 link. Upside down. Oh, the upside down one would work with the colors. But a real 5 link. Back to 5 link. Almost full on soul fight again. Oh, enemy's not dying. Gotta be cycling damage reduction. I'm doing 3 different elements of damage. Oh, and life regen. Even better. Judgment staff. That's a hedgies. Decently well rolled. Is this actually any good at all without a % fizz roll? I don't know if this is it. I think a Death's Hand just like beats this in every way. And that's a one-handed weapon. Level 2 on the Empower. Members to maybe hit that crit multi. Well, that's for spell damage. No. Crit multi for attack damage. Go. Race aura effect. Yeah. Maybe try to hit something better on the boots. There's the action speed. What I'm talking about. Oh, actual 6 links. Headsman's Sword, Abyssal Axe. Neither are amazing bases. Fury's Truth. Big dex, big precision, big multi. Holding Strike. Pretty nifty amulet there, eh? Well, that dex could have rolled way higher too. Interesting. Vortex number 2. That is the first map of any kind of boss to drop so far today. 12 maps in. That's a Divine Orb. Yeah, there's one. Eradicator. About time. Twisted Distant Memory. And the Polaric Invitation. Since I'm halfway to the next Exarch, I'm gonna take a break and got 9 Atziris I'm gonna run real quick. Because I can do this with the totem build. It's such a mess. I love it. Death's Oath? Does this make you take chaos damage? It does. We know anything that can cause us to take damage this league, that we have Leech, will get you Adrenaline and Onslaught by filling that life. As long as you're taking some kind of degen. Death's Oath can definitely do that. I've also never played a Death's Oath build. Really nice, having 5 totems now. I can place stuff down to clear, and then I have totems in 3 locations, so it really spreads out the clear. I really just gotta place the totems and then let them clear off screen. Alright, the reflected flammability can drop me under fire res. Damage is good though. Oh, and another ad phase. Okay. Totems are immune to fire damage, so they can stand in the flame blasts. And we get a flask. 8 more to go. An 8/8 flask. Look at that. That's crazy. That's perfectly rolled. It's huge, actually. I still think this area is probably worth clearing. I think there's a div card that can give me a 6-link Vol Regalia that drops in here. And totems do a pretty good job with this T3 magic monsters. Yeah, I don't even care if this build's not as fast. It looks so crazy that it feels fun to play. Even though I can't see anything, it's a big mess. But it is actual fireball fountain. It's obnoxious and I love it. I don't think it's quite obnoxious as rejuvenation totem traps that explode and deal fire damage. I caught that for a split second. It looked completely busted, which didn't surprise me, but I also already have my next build plans, so if I do anything with that, it's gonna be a while, because that's something you probably gotta play like this league or never see it again. I guess if I did the same thing on a Hierophant, I could have a 6th totem for this. That would be cool. Then I wouldn't be replacing one of my totems. Right now I put down the first 4 and then one of the first ones disappears to get the 5th one out. Somebody also suggested once I get a +1 totem, maybe drop multiple totems and then just run 3 and then I could run the Searing Bond that way. Mortal Grief and Amethyst Flask. So what that would do, that would drop me to 3 totems, but I'd still be able to place them in 3 locations, but then I could get rid of the 20% less damage and then replace that with more damage. So effectively you might be able to get more out of it. And then yeah, I could use the Searing Bond and it wouldn't have weird max number of totems rules because of the multiple totems. Oh wow, this weapon doesn't have a tree on it either. And there's some boots. What do we got? Min-rolled spell suppression. Ooh, that's a Sin's Rebirth. A rare flask. Unholy Might during effect and some ignite remove. Ooh, we got a belt. Belts are very fun. What do we got? We got a lightning belt. Sunset ring. Triumvirate authority. Vol skill effect. Grant elusive. You have tailwind. Increased aura effect. A button to grant yourself elusive and tailwind is pretty insane. Another flask and a mortal rage. Another 8/8 flask. I'm curious. In Trade League, what is one of these worth? With a max? Yeah. 40 chaos, maybe? That's technically like a 1 in 16 on the flasks. Vol blade. Rebuke of the Vol. Pretty low rolls, except for the chaos and attack speed. I'm pretty sure this is the hardest item in the game to roll perfect by magnitudes. Another belt, and we have a Mortal Hope. This belt is a fizz belt. It's a nice way to get an all-res belt. I'd really love some kind of retouching to this fight to do something with this ad phase. I understand the, like, bringing some ads in, but now it's over. And I wait, and I wait, and I wait. Still waiting. I want that fixed. Another flask with a Mortal Grief. One to go. And there's the last one. Another pair of boots. Rolled but worse than the last one overall. Okay, so now I think I just continue playing on this character to do something with these weapon trees. Nice strongbox. 2 Imperial Legacies. Divine Orb. Wow. Crucibles. There's a lot of rare enemies in this one. Wow. What do we got? Increased attributes, increased global damage, attack speed for the charge, 24% area of effect, movement speed if dex is below 100. So I get that movement speed or I get the dex from the shield. If I get the dex from the shield, I won't be below 100 anymore. Oh wow, it's a beast party in here. What is this? Oh, there's 2 down. I'm just running in circles. Totems. I keep blood rage up. Just the red one left. Is that it? That was it. This build isn't bad. It has insane, like, ability to clear large areas, but you have no control over it. I guess that's the big downside of this build. You have no control over where the damage is dealt. I mean, slightly, because I can place the totems in a certain spot, but they're still going to do their own thing. You don't want to place all your totems on top of each other either. Spread them out. If you're walking up to every single pack, drop in 5 totems for them to obliterate that pack, like you could have put down 2, walk to the next pack, put down 2, walk to this one, put down 2, which takes 1 from the previous pack, but that pack's already dead anyways. So you can clear fast with this. It's just everything is going to die behind you. So your loot filter would have to be pretty on point with alerting you to things that are dropping off screen. Like if I wanted these slink boots or this chrome item, like I never would have known it dropped optimally clearing with the totems at least. I have a fire pin on this character somewhere. There is one. Let's drop the multiple totems and see how fire pin does in here. The clear is going to be about the same, just with less balls. It might be a better single target play than clearing play. I'll try it on the next boss. But in general practice, I definitely like the totems. Life regen, life leech, blocks attacks, fire and ignite resistant. For the boss, put fire pin or multi-totems. I'm not sure. Gotta keep them all on target. I don't know, it's not seeming like it's ungodly better or anything. It definitely doesn't look as impressive. That's maximum uptime on my Scorching Ray or Slothless Coil card. I think the multi-totems just stays in. Well, that's 4% attack speed gained. It's good. Be cool if the Frenzy Charge generation worked with the totems and Ancestral Bond, but actually I should just not use the Blood Rage at all and see if I ever get a Frenzy Charge. Then I will know. Winged Ambush Scarab though. Yeah, I can get a Frenzy Charge without the Blood Rage. It might have to be in the same way as with the Blood Rage giving me Frenzy Charges this way, because it has to die to an Ignite. Ooh, a Barracks Respite. That's pretty huge. So now I can make the upgraded one, which could be a good ring for the attribute stacker, honestly. Laboratory Blueprint. That's 4 replicas or experimented items. Nice. I think I'll save all the heist stuff for the Guardian. I think the Guardian Absolution build is going to be able to do everything. Now let's see here. I need a grip, I need a pass, I have a respite, and then we get a taming. So this is 30% elemental damage, 30% LE with attacks, and then 20% damage per freeze, shock, or ignite on an enemy. So that's another potentially 60%, and I'm doing all of those things, freeze, shocking, and igniting. So this is potentially 120% increased damage with decent all-res, which rolled low on this. It's the only thing you can divine on it. So this is probably like massive. Since I'm getting so much flat damage on that build through the attribute stacking, this just skyrockets it. So that probably ends up going into there. I think this is a new quiver for me. Hexes transfer to all enemies in range of 30 when hexed enemies die. Is that a scalable value? Like with the quiver, do I like up that range to 90? Does it give me 60% fizzes cold? A lot of chance to freeze as well. That could be fun. Like, the Widow Hail is such a cool bow, for real. Big props to whoever's idea that was. Ooh, what about that quiver that comes off of Uber Elder? Void Fletcher. What does this do? Consumes a void charge. It might... So, okay. Would it maximize the number of void charges? This void shot thing? Lots of ES on that. Oh, lovely. Cycling damage reduction Soul Eater. It's one of those things that needs to drop you a lot of something. Nope, and it did not. Having 3 sets of totems I can place down is really nice for some of these enemies that just like to walk away from totems. I can surround them with them rather than give them a way out. Hey, finally a trinket blueprint. It's the first trinket blueprint. I feel like getting a good trinket is probably a priority of mine before I really dig into heists, so good to have that on the menu. There's a Death's Hand. Very low roll. So this gives you power charge on stun, and it can roll way higher. I want to compare it to this Hegemony's Era. Heges definitely has a lot more damage as the crit chance +1 power charge. Both generate power charges in strange ways. Yeah, I just don't know. If I put a passive tree on this, Is this staff actually, like, useful? I just don't know that it is. And comparing it to, like, a big fizz weapon, of course. Like, this is a one-handed weapon that does more damage than the staff. I think Death's Hand really doesn't shine without, like, a taste of hate, stacking as much fizz extra as possible. What is this? Chain of Endurance. Generate life for per second for each different ailment affecting you. And this hit the all-res corrupt, too. It's a low-level belt. Stun and block recovery, some reflect. It's a nifty belt I've never seen before. I almost wonder if it's like a corruption only thing because it came out of this corrupted strongbox. Could get this time, I think. Nope, I'm not doing it. 80-85 is my limit on this thing. Just always, I think. It scales way too ridiculously in the later phases of that. And that one was still hard even. Another portal gem. Let's go. I don't know that I have the gems slots on this character. Oh, maybe. I do have this fire trap thing happening. I could definitely do combustion with a Tempest shield. Probably. What is this? Purifier. Nice. Oh, I still haven't got a good implicit on this chest. 18% armor is good on this character. Gain endurance charge. No, any of that. Gain a frenzy charge. Every 15 seconds is so long. I'd have to get frenzy charge duration to be able to charge them up. Then I wouldn't be able to leave the area or else they go away. Currently lasts for 10 seconds. So not very useful. It would be useful if I could keep them up. If I were to get all of this straight. No, there's nothing there. Probably have to be this. 100% charge duration. A lot of points to get into that. The next charge mastery is up here. And then there's a third one at the top for power charges. This one down here is the only reasonable one I could get. Would it be worth it? It probably would, damage-wise. It would take 45 seconds for 3 power charges, because that's all I would have. I have a life mastery somewhere that's still converting cost of skills with blood magic. That I do not need. This. That's 1 point. How much dexterity do I need if I remove that? 22. I wonder if this elemental mastery works. The 3% chance for hits to deal 3000% physical damage is extra. It would be really hard to actually notice if it works with the totems, because it would be like just a random hit in there. But there's so many of the balls that it would definitely happen. You can't just differentiate the hits when watching it either, because you have the ground projectile that does its own damage. I don't really like the idea of removing this totem life. If anything, I remove life, I think, or some of these mace nodes. In the end, the frenzy charges are worth more than these physical damage nodes, I would imagine, because it's attack speed and damage. Is this an armor mastery? It is. I could take these nodes, maybe. It gets me 3 away. I want that all res. I still have more life than before the shield reservation change. I still need 3 points. Energy charge is a lot of damage. Maybe removing all the mace damage is the answer. I'm just getting a lot of AoE from other places, and then just stacking a bunch of charges. But in POB, I can test that. POB also says this fire mastery isn't doing anything. I know Scorching Ray is doing fire exposure because I've definitely seen that working. I never remove those. Do I take the frenzy charges or the endurance charges? Endurance charges I'm just auto-generating. But I guess now if I do this, so will the frenzy charges. So that'd give me a bunch of movement speed, attack speed, damage, or area of effect, stun duration, armor, and a minimum endurance charge. UB doesn't favor fire penetration here either. Really likes Immolate. I could maybe be using that better than added fire damage by a lot. So imagine I put Immolate back in. I want to see this number again. This says hit DPS goes down 9.2. And I don't care about the ignite as much. Adding the frenzy charges here alone takes it to 33. And actually, I was looking at this with frenzy charges, so it was actually 29. Frenzy charges takes it 4,000 higher. And that leaves me extra points to get more charges. And yeah, it still does not like this fire exposure. It says it does nothing. And I would need that to get this endurance charge. And actually, it wouldn't It's good to get that one. Better to get this endurance charge because the life regen per endurance charge. Makes me wonder about this fire pin. Kind of is all of the ignite though. 12.6 on the damage. And this one's hard to gauge because it's only 40% of the increase that it applies. But it's a lot of extra damage. Hit DPS here is 47,000 up 40% of the time. So effectively it's 18% damage. And this one's 12. And then I guess the only chance to ignite is the flammability. So I guess maybe I switch that even. Damage. Okay. I guess I'm going to trust it. I have lots of regret orbs. Here's about something else then. What about this fire pin that I went out here to get? How worth it are those? That's 12% of my damage for 4 points. Yubi likes these nodes way better than anything else. Okay, refund these. These go in. All of these come out. I get Frenzy Charge nodes, increased charge duration, Frenzy Charge dual socket. The fire pin doesn't work, and I get an extra endurance charge. And then I get Immolate, and it replaces added fire damage. After I get the shield leveled all the way, I might have enough dexterity to explore what the vicious projectiles does. There we go. Okay, takes a minute. Now I have 4 frenzy charges that they're just here. So once that has happened, damage is 10,197, and for 4 out of every 10 seconds it jumps up to 18,000. And Immolate isn't even leveled yet. I think that's good. I can probably start doing the bosses that I have. I already have a Constrictor Fragment, so I can get one Elder attempt, another Exarch. And hopefully the damage just improved a lot. There's the area of effect. Darkness, Strongbox, weak, 20 augments. And yeah, I got increased area of effect, reduced if you've killed recently. But I'm not killing anything. Unless I guess it dies with an ignite. But I'm generating frenzy charges on my own now. Taking damage. Totems die or expire? I'm unsure. They were all gone though. Easy. I wonder what the best shield base is going to be for crafting a helmet. Or do we have an item level? +2 minion gems is really rare, but only item level 75 is required, so I have plenty of good helmet bases then. A cast when damage taken shield with minion damage, minion crit chance. Probably not better than the other ones still. The +1 lightning. I think that's going to matter a lot. I'm talking about 8 lane blight on a single path, lighted T15 map. This guy's done his slam attack on me twice. I did not see it in the first phase. And got him. Alright, so now without resistances, I have a lightning problem, which I think I can fix really easily. So this gave me a bunch of fire res, took lightning. This has fire res on it. Fire res to lightning res. Just like that. No endurance charges. Resists looking fantastic. Definitely don't want to leave the map if you don't have to. Frenzy charges have to then recharge themselves. I guess that happens if you die as well. You gotta get back in the map and then wait the 45 seconds to get all 4 of them. I guess actually it would be a minute. You start with no frenzy charges and it takes 15 seconds for the first one. It'll take a full minute to get 4. Luckily I'm shock immune with the Tempest Shield. This boss will stand in place a lot of times. There is still a phase where it disappears though. Really easy on this character. I can tank damage, I can do damage, and I can't see. That's all the Elder Guardians I have, so that's 1 Elder and 1 map Searing Exarch. Ooh, I got smacked real hard. Although it does look pretty good going up in the fiery balls. Oh no, I forgot about these things. They're breaking the arena. Oh, I can actually pretty much stand in that degen unless I'm taking extra damage. It's not quite enough for the leech. And there he goes, up in a fountain of fiery balls. Got an amulet. No Watcher's Eye. It is a frostbite. That's cool. That's good for a cold dot build on an occultist. Oh, bonds. Replica Cortex? Okay. I guess did that drop in this map? Why did I get that? There we go. Invitation acquired. Belly Reflect. Belly Reflect reduced from crits. That should be fine. Ooh. Oh, don't hit. Whoa. First ball phase. Know what to do. Done. I don't think I had to move. And we do it again. Oh, I got hit by one. It's harder staying out of these runes on the ground than dealing with the ball phase for me right now. If you're trying to use any visual cues on what this boss is doing, it's pretty difficult to see. But I can't stay super close to him because the runes will get underneath him and I won't see them and I'll just start taking tons of damage. Now that side goes. It's that one that hits me. Uh-oh, totems went out. Ah, like I was just talking about. No! There was one of the Degen runes right in the middle of it, so it wasn't as free. There we go. Eldritch Exalted Orb, Exceptional Ember, and a staff. 70% reduced elemental resistances. And I think that's going to be all for this one. Next time, starting leveling new character. Sucks we didn't get the Watcher side, but upgraded this character quite a bit. There's still more it could improve. I'm sure I will play on it more throughout the league, but want to get the next one going. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button as it really helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss more videos from me. If you'd like to help support my channel, please consider using the super thanks to the heart icon just below the video or by joining to become a member, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.